What is up, everyone? My name is Sarkis101, and today we're back with WSDL week number 4. This time against low letter Mulga, and he has a very generic team, as in his defensive mons are defensive, like Toxapex and Mandibuzz, probably also a Lola Persian, and then his offensive mons are offensive, like Heracross, Mega Camerupt. Mega Camerupt, bulky offensive, could be defensive, but it's mostly just sheer force, especially offensive. And then Shaman is kind of mixed. So, I don't know, it felt easy to play around, but what I decided to do is, this is, I don't actually have the notepad this time. So, it's a Dragon Dance, probably Dragon Dance starts with Earthquake and Flare Blitz, because that just straight up demolishes his team. It would make sense for that to be that. It's actually a Chople Berry counter Snorlax, if I'm not mistaken, this time, in case the Heracross comes in, like a last ditch effort thing. Does he click close combat? He one-shots me. Does he overpredict, do anything else? Then I one-shot him back anyway, but he doesn't kill me. Gliscor is mostly there because, well, it is legitimately my only switch into Heracross, apart from would I bring a bulky Nidoking, but then still Earthquake is a thing that I don't want to deal with whatsoever. But it's actually U-turn as a momentum gainer, because as soon as he goes into Heracross, he just CCs, because Heracross works reasonably well against my team, and I figured he'd bring it. But he just can't touch Gliscor, so he first needs to get rid of Gliscor, and then just Heracross has a field day versus my team. But I just pack U-turn so I can gain momentum on whatever he wants to switch into, and then I can go into one of my breakers. And one of the breakers I brought this week was Choice Banded Escavalier, because I figured it would do really well against his team. For the Camerupt and for the Toxapex, I have Drill Run. For all the other things, I have Mega Horn plus Iron Head, which should basically cover that. And I think I have Pursuit, but that's just there. Maybe even Sleep Talk. I don't even know what my fourth move was, but I know I have those three. Weavile, I'm assuming, is another Life Orb set. Maybe it could also be like an Ice Cold Plate kind of thing, or Never Melt Ice, basically does the same thing. And last but not least, it is a Life Orb Nidoking with a Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam. Those are the only moves I know that are guaranteed on there. So let's just start off with the game. So I'm just gonna lead with Nidoking because, well, that just, oh, it's probably Rocks as well. Yeah, it's Rocks 3 attacks. But I was having none of it because I didn't want him to overpredict. So I just wanted to just go get rid of this camera. If he was just max HP, then Nidoking should be killed. I think I'm modest, but I'm not sure. So what I do turn 1 is I don't want him to predict me to just get up Rocks or anything, because this is my only Rocks that are apart from Gliscor, but I led off with it, so it made sense for Nidoking to have Rocks. It did. But I don't want to predict turn 1. And if he predicted, I want to punish him for that, so I'm just going to go for an Earth Power right here. But he goes out into the Shaman, so that doesn't do anything. I could have gone, well, it does 35%, which actually reveals to me that it's probably offensive Shaman. But I go into Escavalier, he misses a Seed Flare, and now I know guaranteed he's not switching in, he's not staying in, so he's going to go out into probably Toxapex. I predicted Toxapex here, so I went for a Drill Run. But he gained more offensive momentum from going to Camerupt, so his play of going to Camerupt made sense too, but I just go for a Choice Band and Drill Run. And since that thing wasn't Mega yet, it actually just straight up dies. But I also had a bunch of speed on Escavalier, so I would guarantee I'd speed this. But yeah, now I just go hard into Nidoking, because even his Skulls wouldn't do much, and I would just be able to fire off Earth Powers as well. And I didn't really have great Skull switch-ins either, so it's just like, well, this is basically the only thing I don't care about if it gets burned. And I also gain offensive momentum again, so, but he actually doubles, predicting something. I don't even know what he predicted, but he just goes into Mandibuzz, and he's having none of it, so I can just freely go for the Stealth Rocks on this Mandibuzz. And now, since I guarantee no, he can't kill me, I'm just gonna go for an Earth Power right here as he Skulls me, so it doesn't even do half, he doesn't burn me, so we're good. Now I know he probably wants to save this. So I'm just gonna fire off an Ice Beam, and as he goes out into Shaman, as we saw, the Earth Power at 35%, so this guarantee takes that thing out. So yeah, Nidoking putting in the finest of work, and now in comes the Heracross. And what I'm gonna do is just hard into my hard counter. There's nothing you can do to Gliscor, so there's no point for me not going into Gliscor. Now he's forced to switch out, and now this team is doing what it's designed to do. I'm just going to U-turn now, actually crit. I don't think that really mattered, but from the damage I can tell it's Fistaff Mandy. So I can just go into King right now, and I can just fire off an Ice Beam. That does about 60%. Now he just parting shots out with his Alolan Persian, but at this point the game is already won. I think Nidoking just straight up cleans from here. There's nothing he can do. But now I know he's gonna go into this thing. I don't want him to recover, so I'm just gonna go for the taunt. Apparently, yeah, Gliscor's running taunt plus Earthquake plus U-turn and then Roost. Because as I said, his defensive mons were very generic. They were very fat. They were very just, I'm going to sit in front of you. I'm just going to sit there for a while. I can Toxic you, I can Foul Play, I can passively Scald, you know, but they're very passive mons. So I decided, you know what, if they can't recover, I'm obviously going to break through them very easily. So now I'm just going to U-turn as he goes into Young Thug, which is his Mana Buzz. And now I can just fire off an Ice Beam and just take this thing out. Because it was Fistaff, that definitely just takes out a Mana Buzz. And once again, I do think that I'm modest, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna go for the Earth Power here, and I just take out the Toxapex as well, which the first time I hit it did like 78%. I actually looked it up, but I was just gonna go into Heracross again. And he goes for a Mega Horde, which was not very effective against my Nidoking either, but I don't know. At this point, it was already a lost cause anyway, so it goes into his little pussy, and I go into my Gliscor right now. I'm gonna go for the U-turn. And now I hop to my Scavalier, because, well, Scavalier got 1 kill already this game, but I knew guaranteed I could take any one Heracross hit, and actually retaliate with that Choice Banded Iron Head. So, 6-0. I think this is the second 6-0 out of this league. The other one was for his Nick, or sometimes got all 6 kills. No, he actually killed a Rotom, so that was a 5-0, and this is a 6-0. So, yeah, first 6-0 of this week. We're actually 4-0 right now. So I'm very happy, very fond of this draft too. Very happy that the Choice Banded Cavalier that I brought actually put in work. So that's gonna be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in week 5.